All right, let's dive into Alan Edwards' book, The Blueprint to Trading Psychology. Now, if you're a trader, I bet this sounds familiar. You've got a solid strategy, you know your stuff, but you're still not making consistent money. Well, this explainer is for you. We're going to break down why the real secret to winning isn't on your charts, it's actually all happening inside your head. So let's get right into it. Okay, let's just start with this number, because it is brutal. 95%. That's the figure the book points to for how many traders end up failing. I mean, think about that. So what's going on here? Is it really that 95% of people just can't find a decent strategy? Well, according to the book, the answer is a hard no. It's not the strategy.
And this slide just lays it all out, doesn't it? This is the core problem. See, we get stuck in this endless loop. We blame our tools, right? We think, oh, it's my strategy or I need a new indicator. We're always hunting for that magical holy grail system. But the book is crystal clear. The real problem is what's happening inside. It's the fear, the greed, that ego that just hates being wrong, and that impatience that makes us jump the gun. And all of that stuff, it's all coming from our subconscious beliefs.
So that's the million-dollar question, right? If the real fight is in our own minds, what do we do about it? How do we actually fix it? Well, the good news is the book doesn't just leave us with the problem. It gives us a really clear, actionable blueprint to follow.
And here's how we're going to break it down. We've talked about the problem. Next up, we'll look at your subconscious blueprint. Then we'll get into how to rewire your brain, adopt a winner's mindset, and finally become what the book calls the CEO trader.
All right, first up, your subconscious blueprint. Think of it like this. It's the hidden software running in the background of your mind. The book says that from the time we're kids, we're programmed with these scripts, especially about money. They're on autopilot. And the scary part, for most people, this programming is absolute poison for a trading career.
Just think about some of the things you might have heard growing up. You know, stuff like, money is the root of all evil, or rich people are just greedy. Even simple things like hearing, we can't afford that, over and over. We just soak these ideas up. They become our default settings when it comes to money and success.
And here's the kicker. All those little phrases build a subconscious self-image. So if, deep down, you believe money is bad, or that you're not the kind of person who has a lot of it, your brain will literally find ways to get rid of it. You'll sabotage your own winning trades. You'll revenge trade. You'll make dumb mistakes, all just to prove that hidden belief right. It's crazy, but it happens without us even realizing it.
So how in the world do you uncover these hidden beliefs? While the book has this incredibly simple but really powerful technique, it's basically the annoying toddler method. Just keep asking why. For real, start with a problem. Say, I keep cutting my winners short. Okay, why? Well, because I'm scared the price will reverse. Okay, but why are you scared? Because I can't stand losing what I've already made. Why? You just keep peeling back the layers of that onion until, boom, you hit the core belief. Okay, so once you've done the digging and you've found the problem, what's next? How do you actually fix it? This is where we get into the really practical stuff. The book lays out 2 killer frameworks for rewiring your brain. Let's get into them.
So the first one is this 5-step method that you can apply to pretty much any trading issue. First, you need awareness. You got to see the problem. Second, understanding. That's where you find the root cause, like we just talked about. Now, step 3 is huge, acceptance. You have to be able to look at the flaw and just acknowledge it's there without beating yourself up. Only then can you move to action, which is where you make a real plan to counter it. And finally, maintenance, where you keep track of how you're doing.
The next framework is all about actively redesigning your self-image. It's a 3-step process. Step 1, find hard evidence to smash your old belief. So if you think there's not enough money to go around, go look up how many trillions of dollars are traded every single day. Step 2, reframe that old belief into a new, empowering one. Something like, the market is a river of opportunity. And then step 3, and this is fun, reinstall it. This means celebrating your wins with big emotion. When you follow your plan and a trade works, you don't just nod. No, you get up, you do a fist pump, you yell yes. That emotional hit is what helps cement the new belief in your brain.
This next part is maybe the biggest mindset shift in the entire book. It's about learning to think like a casino, not like a gambler at the slot machine. See, the gambler is all about the thrill of the next pull, hoping for a jackpot. But the casino knows that over time, the math is on their side. They're focused on their statistical edge, playing the long game.
Okay, let's look at this trading sequence to see what that means in practice. Imagine your strategy risks 1R, let's say, to make 3R. Now look at that first line, 8 losses in a row. Be honest with yourself. Would you still be trading that system? Most people would have thrown in the towel. But look what happens. You get a win, then another loss, then 9 more losses. It looks terrible, but then you get a string of wins. And when you add it all up at the end of this entire sequence, you're up a massive 44R. That is what trusting your statistical edge looks like.
And the mathematical principle behind all of this is called the law of large numbers. It's super simple, really. In the short term, anything can happen. Results are totally random. You can flip a coin and get heads 10 times in a row. It's possible. But if you flip that same coin 1,000 times, you know it's going to land pretty close to 50-50. Trading is exactly the same. Your job isn't to be a fortune teller on the next trade. Your job is to be an executor, just running your system over and over and over so the probabilities have time to play out in your favor. So, this brings us to the final piece of the puzzle. How do you tie all of this together? Simple. You stop acting like a hobbyist or a gambler, and you start acting like the CEO of your own trading business.
And what does every serious business have? A business plan. The book stresses that your trading plan has to be absolutely non-negotiable. It needs to spell out everything: your risk per trade, your exact entry and exit rules, and what you'll do in weird what-if scenarios. This plan isn't just a bunch of suggestions. It's your fortress. It's the system you build to protect yourself from your own emotions.
And I want to leave you with this quote from Carl Jung that's featured in the book, because it just sums everything up perfectly. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. I mean, just think about that. Are your trading results really just fate? Or are they just the result of that hidden programming we talked about, running on autopilot? The path to becoming a consistently profitable trader, well, it's not about finding some new magic indicator. It's about finding yourself.